how do you make a short-term rental work? Starting from A through Z. So when you're looking at doing a short-term rental, step number one, you want to underwrite the deal. So there's websites you can use to aggregate data, pull comparable properties. You want to look at what other properties are available in the area. And ideally, there's other short-term rentals in the area that are doing very well. Right now, I'm in Destin, Florida. I'm in a vacation area. There's several short-term rentals all around me. So if I wanted to buy a property here to short-term rental, what I can do is I can look up the other short-term rentals on websites like Airbnb, on VRBO, and I can see what they're charging per night and per season. And I can use data aggregation websites like AirDNA to pull occupancy data and basically create a pro forma of how my property would perform. Next, when you're looking at a short-term rental, you want to see what amenities you have that would make your property stand out. So you want a very special property that's going to generate good income. Ideally, it's got a great location. So for example, like we're on the water right now. If you're near water or on the water, your property is going to rent at a premium. If you have some kind of a scenic view, it's going to add to your gross income. And then the actual amenities inside the property make a difference too. How much space does your property have? How well renovated is it? How many bedrooms and bathrooms does it have? Does it have a pool? Does it have a hot tub? Does it have a sauna? These are all things that you want to consider when you're looking at purchasing a short-term rental. From there, once you've done your due diligence, you've done your research, and you've decided I'm going to go ahead and purchase this short-term rental. Now you've done your due diligence, you've successfully closed on this property. What are you going to do next? The next step is, first of all, you got to manage the renovations if necessary. I could get into that on another video because that's a whole nother topic. Once you have a property ready to rent, you got to get the furnishing done. I would recommend outsourcing this. I see a lot of short-term rental operators going into the property themselves and furnishing with items one by one in order to get a short-term rental ready. This is not the best way to do it, guys. If you can get a crew to install furniture, purchase furniture on your behalf and install it, that's going to be the fastest, ideal way to get it done. We also outsource our design on the furniture. So what we do is you can go on a website like Fiverr.com, for example. You can have a designer make a layout for you. Very, very inexpensive, guys. And they can show you on that layout what furniture is needed and where it's needed. From there, you can send the layout to a team of people that can make the purchases on your behalf. And then you can have furniture assemblers and installers assemble all of that. Now, if you do that successfully, that whole process can be done in only a few days. If you try to get the furniture yourself, it could take you several weeks to several months. So that's why I'm recommending you to do it the outsourced way, which is a lot faster. The next step is the operation. Now, this is probably the most crucial part. So you're all set up, you got your Airbnb, you purchased your property, your short-term rental, you've got it furnished. What do you do next? There are three main pillars of operations that you need in order to be successful. So number one are your cleaners. Your cleaners are essentially like the quarterback of your operation. They're going to be going in and out of your property on a frequent basis, could be every week, and they're going to be cleaning the property. They're going to be sending you video footage of after a guest checked out, after they finished cleaning. They're going to let you know if there's something in the property that needs to be addressed as far as maintenance. So they're really essentially like the quarterback of your team. If you don't have a great cleaner, everything's going to fall apart. So what you want to do is you want to set up great systems for your cleaners, great operational processes. Once you've done that, the next step is your property maintenance. So in your market, wherever your short-term rental is, you want to have 1 to 2 handymen available that can come into your property and fix whatever might break down. So for example, in one of my properties, we have a hot tub that seems to keep being a nuisance. So we need a handyman on call just in case the hot tub can't heat up, for example. So always have 1 or 2 people on call for that as far as your operation is concerned. And the third main pillar of your operation is your guest communication. Now you can do that yourself, or you can actually outsource your systems and processes once you've made them to a VA, because the reality is most of these communications actually happen virtually. 90% of them usually actually happen through messaging. So you don't actually have to be the person to address all the guest communications. And guess what? Websites like Airbnb, VRBO, you can actually set up automated messaging systems that take care of 90% of the messages for you. So a lot of these guests come in and out and we don't ever have to speak with them. Just have someone in place in case there is a concern with the guest, and your guest will have a great experience as long as you're available to answer those messages. That's about it. Now, if you like the content, like, share, comment, subscribe. If you have a question, drop me a DM.